I'll talk about the Triglavian ships. So there are 4 ships, 4 Tech 2 ships, many more, sorry. And what some people don't know is that they're all designed by a race. The Amar made the Zarmazid, which is the, probably I haven't said that correctly, but like, you know, whatever, which is the Tech 2 Logi. The Galente made the Nurgle, which is the small assault frigate. The Kaldari made the Ikatersa, which is the assault cruiser, and the Minmatar made the Draga, which is the command destroyer, right? And this matters. So, for instance, if you're thinking, well, so whose encryption skills are we using for this? I mean, they're not sort of, there's no Triglavian encryption method skill. It is the one of the appropriate race. So if we look up the Nurgle invention from the Damavik, that's it. If we look up Nurgle invention from the Damavik, industry, blueprint, copy, invention, Nurgle, oh, I should have done that, sorry. Viewing industry, uses Ding, Galente Starship Engineering, right? And, oh shit, I got it wrong, it's the other way around. Okay, oh, they've done something very weird, haven't they? Oh, okay. I guess I've learned with you. Okay, scratch that. So all of the Triglavian ships use Triglavian encryption methods, and they actually use the starship engineering of their relevant race. Triglavian encryption methods being that incredibly rare skill book that's going around selling for $1 billion a bit, you know. Luckily that'll go down, but otherwise, so all of the Triglavian ships, they are weird. So you know how I said those components, right? Each race has them, and the Triglavian have those components in part. So if we look at the Nurgle manufacture, not just the invention, you will see that some of these parts are supplied by the sort of, some of the parts are supplied by the other races, and some of the parts are supplied by the Triglavians from the salvage from the incursion. So it should be noted that even though the Nurgle is, as said, a Galente design, it actually uses, this is Galente armor, but I'm pretty certain the Raider is the Amar sort of Raider thing, and I don't remember who makes pulse shield emitter. I think it's the Kaldari. I can check it here. Yeah, Kaldari made pulse shield emitter. So, interestingly enough, and you don't really need to know this, but obviously some of the races are considered better at certain things, and the same goes with the components. So the Nurgle, you can actually see it is sort of the best of all races. It is the armor of the Galente, and the Galente are pretty good with armor, although I guess they're not the best. Amar would be the best in the shields of the Kaldari, which are the best at shields, you know that. And the Raider of the Amar, I guess the Amar aren't particularly better or worse, but it shows. But it just shows the variation. And then the other components are actually from the Triglavian. So the processor, here we have the processor, but none of these are in the ship. It's this new one, try new state processor, sort of 0-point fuel manipulator. The lattice lock deck isogen is the armor plate. You can sort of see that from the design. That's the thruster. That's the reactor. I guess that makes the field manipulator the capacitor, although this isn't an exact one-to-one science, right? But you can see how sort of the Triglavian components act like the components here, and then the other races' components sort of fill in the gaps as required for this. So again, it's a bit of a mess all round. You need some more fight. You always need some more fight. You need the Tech 2 under the ship. That doesn't change. Oh, you need RAM as well. I didn't even mention that, but RAM costs nothing and is nothing, so meh, like who cares about RAM? Am I right? And then you need all of these, and then you need a few sort of parts. So actually, the Tech 2 in a Tech 2 Triglavian is rather low, because you just need these 3 parts, right? Everything else, this is all salvage. This thing's manufacture is just normal minerals and these Triglavian things. So the only sort of other Tech 2 bit you might say is the invention. So let's go on to Triglavian invention. Triglavian invention, it has different percentage chances. These